Hey there guys, thanks for checking out another battle report. I got my friend Bennett here and we're going to be playing Bolt Action. This is game 2 of our campaign Closing the Gap that our friend McPhee has organised for us. Bennett is playing the Axis, I'm playing the Allies. If you want more information on the campaign and that sort of stuff, you can go check out the first video. I'll put a link below or maybe one in the corner, but it's not going to happen. No. And then you can go check out the rules and stuff and the blurb about the campaign. But suffice to say, we're pushing harder into the villages and closer to the bridges. The allies are
closing the gap.
Yeah, closing the gap. My replica Canadians are moving up, and I'm going to be attacking the village of Saint Lambert. We got it.
Well said.
Yeah, we got. I've got 1,000 points, and Bennett's got 500.
500 plus a regular Panzer 4.
Yeah.
So about 750.
So I'll show you the forces now. I'll show you the table, and then we'll get started with filming the game. And if you want some more information as well, you can go. I'll put a link to the Facebook page because I think it's accessible by everyone, isn't it? It's not just us that can see it.
It might be closed, yeah.
Oh.
But I'm sure we'll post
Yeah.
a link to the campaign.
Because the other guys are putting their results up and stuff. It's a 6-player campaign. But again, go check out the information from the first video. So we're going to get started. We'll be back with you in a second.
Put it on the table, or?
Yeah, just hold it like that. I'll do it in a second. Alright, so this is the table. This is the village of Saint Lambert. I'll be coming up from this angle over here, coming onto the board. We're doing basically the mission Top Secret, which is this one on the left here. So if you've got the second edition rulebook, you can check that out. What it is basically there's a wrecked vehicle. It's not blown up, it's just run out of water, overheated, or whatever the case may be. And it's stalled in the middle of Saint Lambert. And there's some secret documents of the invasion in there, and we need to get it. So I need to get it and retrieve it so that the Germans don't find out what we're planning, and the Germans are obviously the opposite. This is the table. We've got some woods and a little farmhouse on the left here, some more woods and farmhouse on the right as the early entrance. There should be a bridge here where this tank is. This mudded river on the left going across it blocks the access, but rough or difficult access. And there should be a bridge there, but unfortunately I don't have a bridge scenery piece yet. So just use your imagination for that. And then you obviously got the rest of the town up at the top there. So that's the town, and that's the mission. First person to retrieve the info and get off the table will win. As per the rules of the campaign, we have a overall force list of about 2,000 points?
2,000 points.
And you have to take your forces from that. So this 1,000 points that I've got here is from my 2,000 point list, and if units get wiped out, they'll be either very severely reduced or actually gone from my list. So there's something to think about as well as the actual rules of the game. So let's go with my army quickly. Before I want to start with my army, I just want to do a little plug for this. These are the new pin markers we're going to be using. So I've got my American flags on them, and they have this is the wrong way around, as you can see there. Just turn it to show how many pins you got. So that's really cool. I really like those. I like the fact they got the flag on. Bennett doesn't have his Germans here, do you? Because you got other ones.
No, I just got some.
The old round ones. Okay, so my force is led by a lieutenant over there with his buddy. I've got a medic and a forward observer. I've got M4 Sherman and a machine gun, howitzer, M3 half track to tow that. And then I've got 1, 2, 3 basic infantry squads, a bazooka team, a sniper team, and a rangers squad over there. Everything in my army is regular except the rangers. They are veteran, and then the jeep is inexperienced. And that's pretty much my 1,000 points. So nice and simple. I like boots on the ground, and I like to use my painted stuff. Don't look at the tank. I will get around to painting some more stuff soon. I just a little overwhelmed, but let's have a look what Ben's got.
So obviously got slightly less points than Jason, but I've got a.
Oh yeah, I don't know if I mentioned that.
You did, yeah.
Yeah.
You mentioned already, yeah. So I've got a veteran howitzer, medium howitzer, 2 squads of veteran infantry. Then I've got regular vehicles to transport them. Officer, regular guy, always veteran, but regular Cooper wagon and my regular tank. So regular vehicles, veteran infantry.
So that's 13 dice to 8. I definitely outnumber you on the dice front and on the figure front.
Yeah, I was quite intimidating seeing that many infantry coming at me. So.
Man, it makes me think I've done something wrong.
Yeah, do I need to check your list?
We don't talk about that. Okay, so obviously you're familiar with bolt action. We're going to be drawing the dice out to have our dudes come on the board. I'll be coming on this end. Germans will come in that end, and we race to reach that wrecked Panzer over there, or Sherman rather. So let's get started.
Your army didn't come on. Jeez.
So for this first round, we'll just do an end cap quickly because coming onto the board is not that exciting, and it was doubly so for me as half my army failed to come on the board. I'm playing the Americans, so I don't get penalised for the reserve rolls, but yet everything bloody well failed. That infantry squad failed, machine gun team, howitzer. Okay, that's an experience, so and then those two failed as well. But what did come on was this infantry squad. They ran into the farmhouse of it, or just to the side of it. Sniper team and the forward observer ran onto the board as far as they could. Medic and my officer ran over there, and the rangers lead the way with the extra movement, ran up towards there. And then my tank also moved on the right there. Now, that is about the extent of what I could bring on my first turn, because everything else failed to arrive. But look what Bennett's already got a Kubelwagen, or starting with this Kubelwagen thing again.
You've made me forget what it's called now. It's a Kubelwagen. Half track. It's called a half track.
The half track freaking raced up the road all the way straight up to behind the objective. So that's freaking scary as hell. I was hoping to do counter-suit with my half track parking on the other side of it.
That's quite important, the fact that yours hasn't come on. So
yeah, and mine failed after he did that, so that was really devastating. He's got another half track over there. The heavy howitzer at the back there. Medium mount. His free Puma Panther came on there, had a crack at my Sherman, which was all the way down there, and failed. And that's it, isn't it? Everything else went down in their respective vehicles.
The actual Kubelwagen didn't come on.
Oh yeah, that's the only thing that failed for you. Everything else came on. So that's the end of round one. Nothing exciting to report. So we're going to pick up the dice and stick them back into the bag and start round two for the Battle of Lambert, Saint-Lambert. Well, yeah, I'm butchering that. Alright, we've had a couple. This is halfway through turn two, or not even halfway, just a couple of dice came out. I just wanted to show you what was happening. First dice came out, I moved my tank up over here, had a shot at the half track, put a pin on it, but I rolled a freaking 1 for the penetration, so it didn't even take any damage from that. It's literally untouched. Then I moved my rangers. My next dice came out, they moved over there and put another pin marker on it, because I'm desperately trying to stop it from getting, jumping out, getting the objective and then racing away. Bennett got a dice out, his tank moved up there and missed against my tank again. And I brought on my howitzer, and now Bennett has brought out the next dice. And what are you doing, Bennett?
Advance this half track here. So I'm just going to check how many pivots it can do. I'm pretty sure it's 2, but
well, actually, there was one other dice that came out. It was my half track again, my M3, and it failed to get, and it went down again. I was desperate for it because I was going to race it up this road and get it as close as I could to his one, and maybe even fire by machine guns on it, put another pin marker on it. But unfortunately, it was not to be. So now the Germans are flooding into the center there en masse.
Everyone's going to fire backwards. I'm going to go with your observer.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the observer. Ooh, lucky. Alright, next dice.
There we go. This one will try and activate and do the same thing.
So how many pins I got? 2.
2.
And it's leadership, is it a veteran?
Yeah,
Regular?
Regular.
So 6 plus 2 is 8. It's good.
Pin.
And what's it going to do?
It's going to advance. It's going to pivot. Move an inch and then pivot. It's going to fire on your observer.
Leave him alone. So moved, long range and small target.
And a pin.
And a pin. So -4.
So 6 is followed by 6s. So it's a medium machine gun. Oh! So there's stuff everywhere. So it's medium machine gun.
This is where my artillery observer is. Air Force observer.
Yes. So it's 2 6s.
Followed by 6s again. Don't get any more.
Ooh.
Nope. I thought you were going to put out one of your 6s followed by 6s followed by 6s things again.
G won against you, Jason, so it's just a pin marker for him.
No, you didn't get
no,
it.
of course, yeah, no. Ignore me. Right, next dice.
Yep.
And you.
Alright. So, we're going to stop there for a second, come back in a few more turns, or a few more actions. Alright, so this is the end of battle round 2. And we'll get to what's happening in the centre. Finally, most of my reserves came on. I brought the bazooka team down on the right here. Most of my stuff is clumped into the middle here, as I'm trying to desperately race towards that central objective. So my sniper team moved up, the medic moved up, the officer team moved up. The air observer called down a fire order. That little red marker there in the back of the half track is where it's coming down. My infantry squad was the last thing to come onto the board. I ran them up the road. I was deliberating whether or not I should do that or not, because now they're blocking up the road for my actual half track to come on, but I'll have to move them before the half track comes on. Obviously saw the howitzer come on. These guys have ran up towards the wall, and that's pretty much it. So everything of mine is on the board except for my half track with the infantry squad inside it. And this is the end of round 2. This obviously goes 6 rounds and then random turn length for the 7th. This is what it looks like over here. That dice there is to represent turn length. Those guys have jumped out the half track and grabbed the General Patton lookalike, as he's got the intel. So they already claimed it. Now they need to get him off the board. So now I really have to race up the board. The howitzer over there at the back fired a huge arcing shot into my rangers. Needed a 6 to hit, but failed. Rolled a 5, so it was pretty close. And everything else was just manoeuvring, wasn't it, Ben?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, my tank tried to fire.
Yeah, missed again. I'm gonna have to start moving my tank a little forward because that's getting a little nervous now. 2 misses in a row. But yeah, so that's pretty much the state at the end of round 2. We'll do the dice in the bag in a minute, but just giving you a quick look. But soldier's eye view. I need to push harder into town because it's still I still need to cover a lot of ground just to catch up to the freaking objective. This bleeding thing, I should have never made it inexperienced. It's causing a whole hold up.
It is, yeah. It's delaying a whole unit.
But we'll see how it goes round 3. Alright, be back in a bit. Alright, so this is in round 3. We've had a few turns. Some interesting bits came on. A plane flew over here and took out that half track over there and killed one of the members of the squad over there. So that's not too bad. And then my first dice came out. I moved that tank up to the edge of the building over there, and he fired on that half track and took it out. There's obviously nothing in there, but it's 2 dice out the bag for Bennett, and I didn't want any half tracks loading up the objective and driving off the board. So both the half tracks are gone. That was a good start for me. And then a couple of bits. First dice that Bennett got, he obviously legged with the objective to behind the building over here, so that's where they are. And then he got another dice which he fired his howitzer before I moved my rangers, but he missed again. So my rangers then moved with the help of the officer, fired onto the building because there's a squad in the building. So that squad, my officer squad, and this squad have all fired on the building and all put a pin marker on it. So they got 3 pin markers in there now. This squad has run off the road in case my off track ever comes on. And this heavy machine gun team has actually fired on the building as well. So that's the state of the game so far. And Bennett has just drawn his dice. What are you doing?
So what have you got left there?
I got quite a few bits. I still got the howitzer, which I should have shot at the building actually. I got my sniper. I got my medic. Watch out for the medic.
Sneaky medic.
Yeah, and then I got my half track with the unit inside it still to come on the board.
Advance my tank.
But unfortunately, I'm still on this side of the river, and he's already got the objective running that way. The flip side, because of this is a campaign game, and casualties inflicted actually have an impact on the game. So, and it's got a really cool morale tracker. So victory or defeat will push the morale tracker of the axis up or down. And if I kill that tank, that will also be a bonus push on the morale track for the allies. So
not gonna happen, man. I'm just gonna bloody show him
No, I got surprises for you, man. No, I don't really.
that. Alright.
Right, what's it got? So was it a 4-up?
Yep.
It's a hit. What was it? Move and light cover.
Yeah.
Oh, well, 5 would have hit.
Yeah. I'll check what. It's a medium anti-tank gun, but.
This is a major problem we have. We play so many games. Is every time something happens, wait, I can't remember what happened here. But
it's a heavy anti-tank gun, even better.
so
It's like +6, 6, 7, 8, nothing.
I'm at 8, I think.
Yeah, you're. Oh no.
No,
What are you, medium?
medium, yeah.
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 No, nothing. Pin there, just a pin.
Oh, that's okay. I can live with that. Flip my American little flag over and give me a pin.
Okay, but
Don't call me a butt, man.
you're a butt. The whole mounted MMG is gonna fire at that.
All right, well.
Snooker.
You're going to be on crazy amounts to hit. Small team, moved, long range, cover.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, man. I'm gonna kill him.
Bazooka team's going to kill you, man. Bazooka team's never hit anything ever since I've played this game, but today's the
I
day.
think you've blown up something with it. I do remember one game where we've been tank guns. I think you just shot every turn and it missed. Let's see, look, 1-6. What about another 6?
Don't you do it. No. All right.
Next dice?
Yeah, next dice. Me. All right. I think I'm gonna activate my bazooka team now. Take this opportunity to show you guys it's doing its job. All right. So
What's that range?
it probably is. I don't know what the actual range is.
24.
24. All right. So move me up 6 inches. Actually, can a bazooka team move and fire? Yeah, it can. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's gonna advance 6 inches, and then it's gonna fire, and it's gonna have itself a Panzer.
Fun. Have it some fun.
Having some fun. So, what am I going to need? On 3s, moved 4s. I'm out of range.
Yeah. I
Ah.
just told you it was 24.
Oh. Okay, so it's not going to shoot then. What's the next dice?
I'm excited.
It's
The
true.
green dice.
The howitzer is going to fire on your building.
Okay.
So, I'm going to need 6. It missed. Next dice.
It's green.
My God, everything's coming out green. You know what? I'm gonna bring them. You know what? I'm gonna fire my sniper at the house.
Okay.
So let's see if I hit.
You do, yeah?
Yep. So hit. Do I take someone out? I need nope. So it's just another pin.
Yep.
That's 4 pins. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with pinning them. Is one of yours?
Yeah, I'm going to try and bring on my Kubel wagon.
Oh yeah. Why? Can pick up the objective.
Yeah. Does, yeah?
Yep. He comes on. Roll the 5. So -1.
So it's a wheeled vehicle, so it's pretty fast. So, go that side to be honest. Less to fire at me, baby. Gonna run up there. Oop, I'm gonna get you one of them dice.
While we've been playing, we've been listening to this thing. I don't know if you guys have seen this before. It's called Mellow Dice. It's a music website. I've typed in Memoir 44, which is a World War II board game, and we've been listening to some music in the background. Is it you again?
It is me.
What have you got left?
I've got an officer and a squad in the building.
Oh right, yeah.
What have you got left?
Not much. I've got my half track left here,
Yeah.
and the medic.
Where's your dice for your sniper? Your sniper just fired.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, so this squad in the building is going to do a... He's going to do a rally.
I thought you might. So, in case you know, he's got 4 pins, but you don't have to worry about that. So it's just a straight roll.
Yeah.
4 d6 plus 1 pins.
Yeah.
4. Yeah, all the pins are gone. Damn it! That's so annoying. What next dice?
You?
Me. Right, I'm gonna bring on my half track. Come on, don't let me down. It's inexperience, so 8. It's on! It's on like Donkey Kong. And he's gonna zoom up the board. Just stick me straight up as far as you can, Bennett. I need to catch up to wherever that is. I like the fact that my own tank is blocking my way through. Still got a dice in there, haven't I?
Me.
Is that your officer?
It is my officer. He's going to get out.
get out and make space for someone else to get in.
Because there's 4 guys there. Unless you kill someone, they're not going to get in. So he's just going to advance there.
Is there only 1 dice left in the bag? Or 2? 2 me?
There's 3.
Oh. All me?
Yeah, I've got nothing left.
Well, the squad in the thing is going to go down because I can't imagine jumping out at breakneck speed.
Imagine falling out and dying.
The medic is just going to advance into the center of those units there to provide some medical assistance. And then, what is it that I haven't used?
Probably just not put a dice on something.
Ah, the observer. I haven't used the observer.
Oh, yeah.
He'll just stay there, go down. He's got nothing to do. Can he fire again?
Is it your trait to fire again?
I think so, yeah. Maybe I should fire. I can't really see anything. You know what? I'm going to run him forward to get to... Run him far forward as possible. So 12 inches just next where the rangers are.
Not into there?
Yeah, well, not on the other side of the wall though. Because he can't jump over the wall. There we go. And that is the end of round 3. And we don't even have to do an end cap round because you've just seen everything that's come out. So at this point, Bennett has the objective. He's moved his stupid little Cooper wagon into position to pass the thing to the captain, and then he's going to drive off. So does that mean I have 1 turn to stop him? Oh, you cheeky
German.
And as you can see, everything else of white is just pushing up. Not fast enough though, because this is 3 turns and I'm not even crossed the river yet. Ugh, stupid wagon. Alright, let's go turn 4. Alright, so this was a really pivotal turn. I got the first dice. I moved my half track along the river here and fired his MMG into the Kubel wagon over there. He missed because he's inexperienced and rubbish and moved and all that sort of stuff. But then I drew the next dice. The infantry squad disembarked from it and fired on the half track, the Kubel. But I needed to, the reason why I was focusing on this so early on the game is because I needed to get rid of it. I didn't want him to pass the objective on to the captain, who got back in the half track and drove away. So I wanted to make it that it at least gives me another turn to hoof it on foot. So I took it out. Loads of good shooting from these boys. Took it out. Obviously I left them at the mercy of the 2 infantry squads that were here, 2 veteran infantry squads. But I was like, I had to take that chance. But as luck would have it, I got the 3rd dice as well. And with that taken care of, I then tried to focus my attention on this side of the board, which was Bennett's tank. So my tank passed his morale test, got rid of his pin marker, and fired on Bennett's tank. Got a hit, but didn't wound, so that was a vital pin marker. As we'll see later on, Bazooka team came next. I moved them up, fired, they missed. Of course they missed, they freaking suck. But then later on in the turn, Bennett got his dice out after a few other things have happened. And he failed his order test, so he had to go down. Which is awesome, because I was worried that he would fire his machine gun team on my bazooka team. That's
exactly what was going to happen.
Yeah, but luck would have it. It went my way. But obviously, because Ben lost another dice with the with his Kubel wagon dying, he's only gone down to like 4 dice in the bag.
Yeah, I'm down to half my squad.
So
I'll have 5. Sorry, because I've still got that 2-man squad in the building.
Oh yes. So my dice were coming out thick and fast. Howitzer fired onto the building, got a direct hit the right floor, took out 3 of the infantry squad inside it, and put some pin markers on them. And then I thought, well, now I'll take my opportunity to try and pin them down so they can't move, because if I know Bennett, he would have assaulted me or something out there.
I was literally going to try and mop up that unit in assault. I had 5 assault rifles ready to go.
Just sacrifice those Germans willingly.
Speed bump.
So machine gun team fired, the sniper fired,
they got about 5 pins on them.
Yeah, the Rangers. My officer team got a double hit, which is awesome. Even the medic fired his pistol, but did nothing.
It's in Tom Hanks style.
Yeah. So with those all out of the way, and I put like Bennett said, 5 pin markers on this unit, and they're only down to 2 guys. I figured that's pretty safe. His tank went down. He hadn't activated his infantry squad and his officer squad yet, which obviously he was waiting to do last.
I wasn't waiting. I didn't get the
dice. Yeah, because there's so many dice of mine. But my infantry squad ran onto the bridge.
I haven't killed anything of yours yet.
No, you haven't even wounded anything. It's like unscathed. They're just running at you.
You sure you're not Russian and there's like a tide of infantry?
Well, I was working in my favour, but we were just discussing before this we turned on the video. He might actually still win the scenario by getting the guy off. But even though he'll win the scenario, I've inflicted a lot more damage on him, so that'll affect his roster sheet for the rest of the campaign. I mean, he's lost both his half tracks. He's lost his Kubu wagon. Okay, that's all, and a couple of infantry guys, so 4 infantry guys.
That's pretty much all I had.
Yeah, but he's got such an elite army, it's actually taking a toll on him. And I've lost literally nothing. No, I'm going to touch my face to say touch wood. So, that's the end of round 4. We're going to go into round 5 now. And I'm hoping, obviously, as you would imagine, I get some dice to... What am I going to do? I've got so many options here. I need to get rid of that tank of yours, because that'll... Even if you win the scenario, that'll still bounce the morale back up for us. So if I can take out the tank, and maybe take out a few more... There's only 2 guys in the squad. I wonder if I should just charge them. Yeah, I'm going to charge them. Are you ready for that?
Yeah, man.
Alright, actually, let's see what the first dice is going to be. It's clearly going to be mine. If it's not, there's some shenanigans going on. 13 dice to 4. 5.
I'm making sure I've got one more dice in there, just because it counts.
Alright, so we went turn 5.
Oh, you got 1 dice there, so you know I'm trying to cheat you already.
What the hell did I just knock off?
Probably one of your many infantry units.
Alright, let's see what it is. Come on, Bennett. Be kind to Papa.
Oh.
It's the Americans! Right, so I'm going to turn off the camera here and come back to you in a little while because I'm going to deliberate for like 20 minutes now. Alright, so this is still during turn 5, but this is going to be the last turn because first dice came out and it was mine. And I was crippled with indecision. I'm telling you folks, I was crippled. I was like, do I use this unit to run past or advance past the building and try and fire on his officer? But there's an infantry squad in the way, so it's going to be 6s followed by 6s. I could try advance these guys on the bridge, but not all of them would have seen. I could attempt to fire my howitzer. It's just, there was too many decisions. So instead, I thought, you know what, I'm going to play the dice. The odds in terms of I've got 13 dice there and Bennett's got 3 or 4, so I'll see how the dice come out for me. So I went with the tank first because if I could kill his tank, I get a morale bonus, the allies get a morale bonus.
Secondary objective.
So I fired my tank. It missed. No, it hit. It didn't miss. Yeah, it missed. Next dice came out was the bazooka team. You beauts. They hit on a 5 and then wounded, went straight through. But only rolled a 3 on the damage, so it was like a fire type thing.
Yeah, put it on fire, and the crew managed to put it out and stay in the game.
Which was cool. The tank's not dead, but it is down to it's got 3 pins and it went down. So there was no danger of me getting shot by it.
1 less dice in the bag as well.
Yeah, and that was the major thing, the dice. So the howitzer fired on the building, took out the last 2 guys, and then Bennett drew. Oh no, that was just before that. Bennett drew the dice, ran his captain off. And that's him basically winning the scenario. We played to the end of the turn. So for me, it was now about doing as much damage as I could to Bennett. So the howitzer fired on the building, took out the last 2 guys in that squad. And
freshly painted unit died.
And then he drew out another dice, which was his howitzer over there. Fired on this squad and missed. And he had 1 dice left in the bag. And he was said basically he's going to go down with that no matter what happens. So he took it out of the bag. And then threw all my dice over to me, so it's just me to do all my actions before the end of the round. I don't think I can kill the tank, which is annoying.
Got anything you can hit it with, have you really? So.
No. So Bennett's going to film what I do for the rest of the turn, and then we're just going to end off the game. But
I'm going to try not to have shaky hand syndrome, but we'll see how we go, and try not to zoom the camera around all over the place.
These guys are going to do an advance first off. So 6 inches. See if I can get into range of shooting them. I'm going to try and do as much damage as I can to that last squad. And if I can take them out, that'll cripple Bennett for at least the next game that he has to play. It might not actually be against me, to be fair, but it's basically just damaging the allies as much as possible, the Axis as much as possible.
Yeah, it's if you wipe out my units, and there's chances that their experience will go down to make them less useful to me.
So 3 guys only 3 guys can see, which is going to be my 2 bar gunners and a rifle. So the 2 bar gunners, that's 2 hits, I suspect. 3s normally. They don't get penalised for moving. It's not long range, but it is minus cover.
And down to -2 for down.
Oh yeah, so 6s, yeah.
6s followed by 6s.
No, it's just -3s, huh? Cover and -2 for being down. So -3 altogether.
Long range?
No, bar gun. The bar
Oh
gun is
yeah,
two.
yeah, 2 hits then, yeah.
But the rifle will be no. So they are veterans.
They are, yeah.
So 5s and 6s. Nope.
No, but that is a pin marker.
Yes, we'll put that on in a bit. My next unit is going to be this unit. They might as well advance as well because I can't charge from this far away. Come on, boys. Put the hurt on them.
Just hugging the dirt.
Alright, let's see. We've got 2 ball gunners in that squad. So they're going to be on 3s, 4 5s for down, 6 for cover. That's 2 hits again. And then 7 rifles. 4, 5, 6, 7. They're going to be 6s. All missed. And then the SMG I don't think is going to be in range. Where is he? Where is he? Ah, there he is. He is in range. Does the SMG have 2 shots? There's 1 shot in there. 2. He's going to be in highs. No. So 2 hits from the bar gunner. 5s and 6s. Nope. That's another pin marker for them.
We're on to 2 now.
Then these guys will advance through the... Oh, they won't be able to shoot them, will they? Right, they're
Will be in the way.
going to advance through anyway. Advance over the bridge.
No bridge, the river.
River.
The really muddy river.
This thing just going to sit there. And that's pretty much it. No point in moving anything else.
You've got all this stuff down here, like your what's it called?
All my rangers.
Your rangers, your medic, your captain's hiding down here.
Sniper.
Sniper team there.
Medium machine gun team.
Forward
over there.
air observer. That's what I was trying to figure out what it was called.
Look, I could call a
Medium
strike down
machine
on the tank for no
Right.
reason whatsoever.
Yeah, it'll be for next turn maybe, but
And there we go.
yeah. So
That's the end of the game.
the game literally comes down to me having 4 men alive over there.
And a howitzer down there.
A tank down here that's probably going to would have got knocked out next turn because it's, you know, only got 3 pins in it, and a howitzer all the way at the back over there. So it's pretty. It's not an enjoyable victory. Put it that way. It's
Well, it's a costly victory.
yeah, costly victory. That's a very good way of putting it.
Because I suspect you still enjoyed the game.
Yeah, it was very tactical. I had to play very tactical. Obviously, being points down, being outnumbered, it was literally get to the tank in the middle there and try and get it off.
You know what I think it cost me that game?
Over there.
Was my half track not coming on for the first 2 rounds of the game.
Definitely.
For it not coming on, failing it just put me on the back, so it gave you freedom. And then obviously I was reliant on that heavily.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for that, I think I could have maybe stalled you for another turn.
Well, yeah, if you'd have got that half track on sooner, it definitely would have put me under more pressure. Maybe would have changed my decisions to get out and get the objective so quickly. But because you didn't have anything on the objective from turns 1, 2 or 3, it literally gave me free rein to get out and get moving. But, you know, in the day, I still took heavy casualties and only just scraped off the board.
Yeah, I would have loved to have gone one more turn. If I could have just stalled you for one more turn, because I think I would have taken the tank out next turn.
Yeah, well, you pretty much had 2 free shots at it almost, because you had so many more dice to me with the guy off the board as well now. I would have had 3 dice in the bag compared to your, what was it?
13.
13, so that's
I'll
quite...
make the point. I've just finished a full game of bolt action with not a single casualty. Not a single wound.
That is... I don't think I really fired it. What did I actually fire?
Well, you had a couple of shots at the beginning with
With the half tracks before they got absolutely blown to pieces.
And then
they
everything
fired.
else was literally just grab the briefcase and run.
Literally, yeah. They only had 2 infantry squads, so they were literally just, you know, hunkering down, staying alive. My tank fired at you loads
my
of times.
tank 3 times and that was it.
It missed twice and just pinned you once, but... And the howitzer at the back did nothing, so I had an ineffective army, but I got the mission completed.
So, typical German, always just goal, mission heavy.
That's it, yeah, mission heavy. Don't worry about the cost of life or vehicles. The mission was achieved, so I'm sure there's probably something good in that briefcase. It's not just going to be a lunchbox.
This is a really interesting result, I think, because you've won the game, so the morale tracker for the Germans is going to move up.
Yeah.
And from my perspective, it's like, damn it, I didn't complete my objective. But I took no casualties.
Yeah, your infantry and everything is going to be fine. Whereas mine next turn, I've got 3 vehicles which potentially go down to inexperienced because they're only regular, and I've got 1 other veteran squad. Okay, I've got more to replace them, but it potentially cripples my my transport capacity.
Yeah.
So,
And we obviously got scenario 3 coming up soon.
mm.
I don't think you're not playing. I'm playing McPhee in the scenario 3, I think.
Well, it doesn't matter. They've already played their 3rd game, so we can always play again if you want. But
Well, there you go. That's scenario 2 of the Battle of Saint Lambert done, and that's a victory for the Axis, which will push up the morale tracker. And like I said before in the beginning, you can go check out the first video where we talk a bit more about how the campaign works, and we'll get McPhee on when he does the next game with me, and he can explain more about how the campaign is going.
Yeah, cool.
But thanks for watching.